Hello again, Rebel Scum. This is Moving to Montana with part 5 of my video review of Joker Cienkowski's Biology Doesn't Exist. And last time we were looking through the table of compare and contrast atheist beliefs with Christian beliefs, and I think we got about halfway down the list. So just to carry on where we left off, if you're ready, I'm ready. There is no right and there is no wrong. There is no such thing as sin. Evil is an illusion. That's what we atheists believe, apparently. In comparison to what all Christians believe, which is there is sin. There is right and wrong. We are all sinners in need of God's grace. Now, why on earth believing in the God that invented those sins in the first place somehow admonishes you of your responsibility for committing them in the first place? I presume he's going to cover in the remaining pages. You never know. Some of his tweets that he's been tweeting this last week seem to be indicating that he's building up to writing another perhaps book or blog entry or something along those lines that sets us all straight on where morality comes from. The fact that we have a conscience is the result of our interaction and dealing with men. That's on the atheist side. On the Christian side, our conscience is God's reign over our life and the result of knowing we are doing wrong. On the atheist side, we are our own God. Man is the measure of all things. On the Christian side, God is our God. Jesus is the measure of all things. Okay. Remind me again, me. Why hath I forsaken myself again? We should tolerate all lifestyles and beliefs and shouldn't say others are wrong. That's on the atheist side. And on the Christian side, we should not tolerate all beliefs, especially ones that hurt the person or society. The guarded way in which he tries to have a go at political things without tacitly, it's sort of the... Marriage should be... Here we go. What did I say? The next one down is marriage. Marriage should be between any consenting adults on the atheist side of the column. On the Christian side, marriage was designed for one man and one woman. On the atheist side, death brought man into the world. What? On the Christian side, man brought death into the world. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I was looking through Kent Hovind's Wikipedia entry, but I'd forgotten just how close to Kent Hovind some of this stuff that Joe comes out with really is. For those who don't know, Kent Hovind is currently spending, I think, 12 years in prison for failing to render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and his son, who's on Twitter, Eric Hovind, is going around preaching the same shit that his dad came out with, which is full-on creation science that even answers in Genesis.org say is not constructive, okay? And you'd be shocked and stunned how close to most of the Kent Hovind stuff this diatribe really is. On the atheist side, again, going back to the book, survival of the fittest, only the strongest survive, do what it takes to survive. On the Christian side, care for the weakest, the children and widows, we are our brother's keeper. Okay. Never heard of the Red Cross then, Joe. On the atheist side, some groups evolve further than others. There are a higher order of people. I think you mean they are. I don't know what you mean. On the Christian side, we are all equal, created in the image and likeness of God. God is no respecter of persons. On the atheist side, sex is natural. You should do as you feel. On the Christian side, sex is for married men and women. On the atheist side, live for today, eat, drink and be merry, for tomorrow we die. On the Christian side, live modestly and work hard. We are living for time. We are living for time and for eternity. On the atheist side, homosexuality isn't wrong, it's a free choice and no one should say anything. On the Christian side, homosexuality is sinful behaviour. We shouldn't condone such behaviour. By the way, it isn't a choice. On the atheist side, abortion is the choice of a woman. No one should tell her what to do with her body. On the Christian side, abortion is murder. God is the giver of life. Only God has the right to take it away. On the atheist side, energy is eternal or came from nothing. On the Christian side, all energy is created by an eternal God. Chapter 2, Atheism is a Religion. I thought that was the title of Chapter 1, but here we go. 17 pages in and it's Chapter 2 already. You fucking idiot. Question, how is atheism a religion? AHD's first definition of... definitions again. Of religion is a belief in and reverence for a supernatural power or powers, strength or force with the ability or capacity to perform an act effectively, regarded as creator and governor of the universe. A religion is also a system of beliefs, a set of principles and values based on their teachings. If you can see where this is going, religion is the belief of some kind of force that creates some gods of atheism. You see, punctuation and correct grammar would go a long way to making some of this tripe slightly more readable, Joe. Go to school, you imbecile. Some gods of atheism are 1. Time and chance. 2. Nature. 3. Science. 4. Self. 5. Others. Atheists' first god, time and chance. A definition of chance is a force assumed to cause events. By definition, we're giving real chance creative power. Therefore, time and chance are dynamic duo. Chance is nothing but a word to describe the likelihood of something happening. It is not... Oh God. It's making me feel physically sick reading this. Chance is nothing but a word to describe the likelihood of something happening. It has no power. Think about the definition of chance as a definition of God. The force God, assuming to cause God is the cause events. Religion is the belief, a supernatural power, and chance is the force that caused... Earlier in the week, via Twitter, obviously, I told Joe that if he was to ever come to England, nothing would give me greater pleasure than to rag him to the floor of a car park outside of a pub and beat the living shit out of him. Nature is atheism's second god. By AHD definition, nature is the forces and process that produce and control all phenomena in the material world. Once again, we see the word force as with chance. Nature is a force regarded... Have you just taken a dictionary, cut it all up into little pieces and then sprinkled the words around in the hope that... Nature produces and controls. Produce means create, cause to exist, bring forth, to create a physical or mental effort to... blah, 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 blah. This is logically impossible. This would go against the law of non-contradiction. Something have to be and not be at the same time and in the same relationship. A cannot equal A and non-A at the same time in the relationship. We see in nature that kinds produce their own kinds. Okay, he's going on about kinds. I noticed that he was going on about kinds the other day in a tweet back and forward with possibly Jeannie Beanie. Joe, kind is not a valid scientific grouping of things. Okay, I think what he's trying to refer to is phyla. Nature could not have created itself, as we only see the natural process. Who or what created those trees and vegetables as well as all forms of life? We must say God is a possibility. No, okay, you imbecile, you absolutely blinkered, stupid idiot. Why must we say that? Because you insist it? Because a Bronze Age Book of Myths insists it? Go and find out. The more I get through this, the more I'm convinced that people like you are going to vanish. Because you're so transparently stupid, it's beyond belief. You don't even know what you are attacking. You don't even know what you are talking about. You don't even regurgitate the same shit that creationists have been regurgitating for time immemorial. You're coming out with new... I think that I'll invent this new idea now where I say that things can't create themselves. That sounds intelligent.
I truly do believe that God made me in 6 days. A ding-dang-do.
Arsehole. think about the definition of nature as the definition of God. The force, that word again, and process, science in brackets, that produced in brackets creator and control. They're not sentences, mate. You're an absolute tart. There are other gods that people put first in their life. I've heard people say evolution did it, or the government gives rights, and other variations. I would say the government is fast becoming God if they think they bestow rights. If you can stomach to put up with any more of this, I'll see you in part 6. Come on, England!